It is Wednesday, June 24th. Let's start with coronavirus is on the rise. Basically, half of the United States is seeing increasing rates right now. Texas, Arizona, and Florida are getting hit really hard. Texas's governor is even urging people to stay home amid the surge in cases. Well, yesterday at his Arizona rally, Trump said of the virus, it's going away. As the state of Arizona actually had a record day for new COVID cases and hospitalizations, so there's that. Moving on to the European Union. So the EU plans to ban any travelers from the United States when it reopens its borders on July 1st. This is due to the Trump administration's poor handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, the U.S. will join Brazil and Russia on the list of forbidden countries, since all three countries had comparatively poor responses to the virus's outbreak. Well, to answer your next question, yes, travel from China will be allowed. Trump has lashed out on Twitter saying that we did a great job handling coronavirus, which could not be less true on his part, considering the current Rona rates 4 months into the pandemic. So if every other country thinks we failed, and even our own public health officials think we failed, I don't know, maybe Trump is right, but if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably Donald Trump. All right, continuing on with Orange Donnie, he issued a proclamation on Monday that will suspend some employment-based visas through the end of the year, including a highly skilled visa. If this, in fact, is a move to protect Americans from struggling to find jobs during this high rate of unemployment, then I will give you a little bit of credit, Donnie. But before I give you too much credit, let's keep in mind these past 4 years, he's done everything in his power to limit immigration, so I'm going to take that credit back. Melania, do you have anything to say? Anyway, Trump's order will also extend his ban on some green cards. Well, you guys don't really want to come here anyway. All right, on to the latest statue attacking front, because that's where we're at. Protesters near the White House tried to tear down a statue of Andrew Jackson. This is a general movement right now to try to destroy monuments of racist historical figures. Well, police did intervene and stop this. Sounds sort of Boston Tea Party-esque to me, but we actually glorified them because they won the war. I see how it is. Mini history lesson here. Andrew Jackson signed the 1830 Indian Removal Act. As if the name isn't racist enough, this forced thousands of Native Americans off of their land and onto the Trail of Tears, where so many of them died. Talk about a group that deserves reparations, like this whole country that we took from them. All right, moving on. I was today years old when I learned that Rhode Island's full name isn't Rhode Island. Apparently, the state's official name is Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. News to me. They'll be removing the latter half, not that anybody knew it was there, under the governor's executive order due to connotations of slavery. All right, so the woman who set Wendy's on fire following the murder of Rayshard Brooks has been charged with arson. Her name is Natalie White, and her lawyer says she did know Rayshard Brooks, but will not comment on the extent of their relationship. I don't know why she had to set Wendy's on fire. That seemed unnecessary. All right, let's move on to Mexico, where they had an earthquake yesterday. It shook southern and central Mexico. It had a magnitude of 7.4. For those of us in the Northeast, this is pretty extreme. This has been a relentless year. What is going on 2020? Lastly, on a lighter note, or not a lighter note, an off-duty LAPD officer alleges that a Starbucks employee put a tampon in his drink last Friday, specifically because he was a member of the police. He says although he was not in uniform, he paid with his police credit union debit card. Do they really look at your credit card that closely? Do any of you work for Starbucks? Please respond. Nobody on the Twitterverse believes this man, and quite frankly, neither do I. Drama queen. Anyway, that's all for your news for today, and I will see you guys on Friday.